Some hard-hitting questions about the recent water crisis now on BBC One Northern Ireland in Spotlight.
Lawrence Mackenzie, in his statement to us, says he enjoyed working with the new board, but was surprised two individuals whom he said had very relevant utility experience were recommended to the Minister for the jobs and were not appointed. According to Mr Mackenzie, this was because the two unsuccessful candidates were, to quote him, regarded as agents for privatisation.
We don't really know what lay behind the selection of the replacement directors, but we do know that the Office of Public Appointments thinks the process was unsatisfactory.
Well, what we really found was an enormous number of gaps in the records. Large amounts of things were missing. We couldn't find out how people had ended up being interviewed. There were missing records about submissions to ministers where advice is given to a minister on how he might proceed.
How can you be assured that the best people were in place for the job whenever the Public Appointments Commissioner said the record keeping was so poor she can't be sure how they came to be selected?
Well, the Public Appointments Commissioner wouldn't like, and I understand that, an emergency and interim appointments process because it goes outside of...
Well, she's going further than that, is she not?
Well, no, the people who were appointed were done so in consultation with the Public Appointments Commissioner. She understood that we were in an emergency situation where people had been dismissed.
It does seem to be that anything Northern Ireland Water is involved with is toxic, I think is the word that's being used. But I have to say that I've investigated other public appointment competitions in DRD and been very dissatisfied with them. And the previous Permanent Secretary and I had some full and frank exchange of views about how he was running his appointments.
This is Paul Priestley?
Yes.
What has the Minister said as a result of your findings?
Well, I mean, he's quite openly accepted that it wasn't well done.
Spotlight asked Paul Priestley for an interview, but his solicitors told us they had advised him not to comment on any issue because of the unfinished disciplinary process.